And some video we got moments ago from outside of the American consulate in Karachi, Pakistan. Look at this. New video showing rioters burning flags and effigies while demanding that the U.S. apologize for the controversial anti-Islamic film posted on YouTube. I mean, there's a real question about whether this is a film at all or just some lame trailer. All this comes as Egypt issues arrest warrants for 7 people believed to be behind the film to put them on trial in absentia. That includes the man believed to be the filmmaker, Nakula Basali Nakula. Police marched him out of his home this weekend to, quote, interview him about a probation violation. He's not supposed to be on the internet. But is it really standard police procedure to send half-dozen federal officers for a possible probation violation? And why did they do this? David Horowitz is an author and civil rights activist. David, you tell me. He was convicted of bank fraud. They say he may have violated his probation by being on the internet. So you sent half a dozen agents in the middle of the night to drag him out. What was that about?
This is one of the most disgraceful moments in the history of the American presidency. There's no more sacred principle for Americans than free speech and free expression. If you don't have the right of expressing your opinion, however hateful it may be, you don't have any rights. Americans cannot defend all the other rights they have if they don't have free speech. And for the United States government to arrest this man in this context and make him somehow responsible for the shameful behavior of the Muslims. If Muslims are rioting against a film, shame on them. The White House should be defending this filmmaker and his right to express himself. And of course, this is all just a pretext because that trailer has been up on the internet since July. It's not about a film. This is not about a film. This is about the blind sheik. This is about the rise of Islamic Nazism in Egypt and all these countries. An American ambassador has been raped and tortured and murdered, and the White House is focusing, or the Justice Department is focusing on a filmmaker. And you have to ask yourself, isn't it not the fact that the chief advisor on Muslim affairs for Hillary Clinton, for our Secretary of State, is a Muslim Brotherhood operative? And the Obama administration has turned over Egypt to the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a Nazi organization.
Just a couple. I mean, there are questions about whether that's true or not with respect to Hillary Clinton's
assistant. True.
Well, okay,
she worked
that's
for 12
that's your position.
Years.
I know, I understand that, and that's your.
She's a Muslim
I believe you're referring to
operative.
Anthony Weiner's wife, correct?
Huma Abedin.
Right. Okay. So there's a real question about that. They've taken real issue with that, but I don't want to get sidetracked. I don't want to get sidetracked because
Israel.
But listen, I apologize for interrupting you because we have a short time, and I want to stay on topic. And that is, and by the way, the guy wasn't arrested, but he was dragged away for this probation violation. And the question I have for you is, some folks may say, look, why not make a demonstration to the Muslim world, in particular these radicals, to show them that even though we stand for free speech, we don't like speech that they find so offensive and illegal in other countries?
That is ridiculous. We shouldn't apologize for anything. Free speech is free speech. If you start apologizing for it, you already are undermining it, which Hillary Clinton has done at the UN, by the way. The Muslim Brotherhood has a global campaign to outlaw and criminalize free speech. There was a photo on the internet of a woman pushing a 3-year-old in a stroller, and the 3-year-old, these are Muslims, was holding up a sign saying, "Behead those who insult Islam. Behead those who insult Islam." This is an evil doctrine, and it has to be fought. And I'm just appalled by the failure of leadership in this country to stand up when you're faced with Islamic Nazis. You have to denounce them, and you can do it diplomatically if you like, but you don't apologize, and you don't go around arresting filmmakers in the middle of this crisis.
Or dragging them away in the middle of the night. Now we are told that he and his family are in hiding, and that they will never return to that house again, now that it's been, was showed on TV and across the world. I've got to run.
No question.
I want to say that these charges out of Egypt are largely symbolic because of all the folks charged live abroad. But if they were ever dragged over to Egypt, they could be facing the death penalty for these. David, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Megyn.
Well, the trouble